So you hear a lot of people online talk about gratitude and being selfless and like figuring out your why and figuring out who you're doing this for and all that kind of stuff. And that like all sounds great in theory, but that never really resonated with me. And once I stopped trying to like pretend like, oh, I'm in business because I want to help people. Like, no, I'm here to get fucking rich so I can drive a Lambo and have a bad bitch next to me. Okay? Once I started actually being honest with my desires, that's when I started making more money. And the more selfish you are, the more you're actually going to be able to help other people. So that's what I want to talk about in this video, is being selfish. And if you're new here, my name is Ben Bader. I'm 23. I run a marketing agency and I live in Miami. And I'm here to help you get richer, happier, and live a better life and be less socially retarded. That was a cool intro. Anyway, let's talk. So how do we make more money by being more selfish and then also helping more people by being selfish? And I know that sounds contradictory, but the only way that you're ever going to end up in a position where you can really impact other people is by putting yourself first and being honest with your own desires and allowing yourself to want what you want because you want it. So when I was growing up, I would watch people online, or I would watch movies that were like, it was like Jordan Belfort. When I was in middle school or high school, The Wolf of Wall Street came out and I was like, that's fucking sick. I want to be like that guy. Or then a TV show like Californication or The Entourage, or like these really strong male lead characters, and they'd have like the pretty girl, they'd have all the money, they'd have the status. And I started to think like, that sounds pretty fucking cool. That's what I want to do with my life. Like, how do I get there? And then I would go online and see people talk about like, yo, you just need to be passionate about helping other people. If you want to make a lot of money, you have to be passionate and selfless, and you have to put other people first. You can't be selfish. And I was like, that's interesting. So I kind of followed that advice for a while, and I'd like try to find something that I'm passionate about, or like find a way where I can help a lot of people. And that doesn't really make sense, because it's like when you're just a beginner, when you're starting out, when you don't really have any resources or you're not bringing anything to the table, the fuck can you help somebody with? Like, you're not going to inspire anybody because you haven't done anything. You can't give somebody money. You can't hire somebody because you don't have any fucking money. So once I became honest with the fact that I wanted to get rich because I wanted to feel like the man, I wanted to have the nice things and the pretty girls and access to being able to travel and live wherever I wanted to live. And I wanted to get these things because I was selfish. Like, even now, you know, my parents are like not in a position where they need my financial support. So I didn't have that extra motivation of like, oh, I need to make money so I can support my family. And obviously I'm lucky and fortunate to be in that position, but you know, I never had that motivator. So it was like, I want to get rich because I want to do something more with my life and feel fulfilled. And I know that sitting in a cubicle all day will not do that for me. I need more stimulation, right? So once I became honest that was what was driving me, then it allowed me to like set goals to get those things. So when I was first starting out in business, I remember I was in my college dorm room and I would do this thing where I would write on a piece of paper like a 3 to 6 month goal. And I would say, okay, I remember one specifically was I want to get to 6 or 7K a month by certain date, probably a couple months out. And once I do that, my reward would be I would get this tattoo. I'd wanted a tattoo for a while, and I told myself once I hit that number, I'll get this tattoo, and then I would also have a consequence attached to it. So I'd set the goal, and then the reward would be get the tattoo. This says if not now when, by the way. And then I have a consequence that would be like, okay, you can't go out and drink for a few weeks. So like, that's kind of a silly desire. It's not like, oh, I wanted to change the world and help people. It's like, oh, I want to get a fucking tattoo, or I can't go drink and have fun. But because I was honest with myself and I was like, that's really what I want, I ended up hitting that goal and I got the tattoo, and that helped motivate me. And it's like these things, these material items, these stuff that's shallow can actually be a really good motivator. If you really want a certain car and you tell yourself like, I have to just get this fucking vehicle. I want this whip by the end of the year. And you work your ass off to get that car. And in the process of working your ass off, you're gonna become more valuable because you have to learn skills, you have to learn value that you can provide to the world to be able to make money. And you're gonna start improving yourself and discarding old beliefs that don't serve you. And because of this, you're gonna be happier because you're on a pursuit, you're on a mission, you feel like you're actually progressing in life. So you're gonna be happier so now in like your day-to-day interactions, you're gonna be kinder to other people. Because when you're happier and you feel better about yourself, you're just naturally a light to other people. And again, this stems from you wanting a whip. Let's call it a BMW M4. That's your dream car. You want to get this car by the end of the year. And you keep picturing yourself in this BMW. And it's the cause of you, or you acting is the result of you wanting the car. So now you're improving all these things about your life. You're being nicer to other people. You're becoming a more well-rounded, better person who actually has something of value to bring to the world, all because of this selfish desire of wanting this vehicle. And now let's say it's December 2024, you end up getting your dream car, because you went through this process, because that was the selfish desire, but it made you a better person and it helped other people around you. And maybe you are in a position where now you can help out your family, you can help hire one of your boys, or you can provide for your girl, or you can do something for other people that are around you in your life, again, because you are selfish. You need to be selfish, you need to put yourself first and be honest about that. Like, it is okay to be in business because you want to get rich and have a nice car. That's why most of us are here, and most people that say that that's not why they're here are typically lying, or they've reached a stage in their business or in their life where they've kind of closed the door on most of those desires. So like once you kind of buy all of the things, then eventually you can reach a point where it's like, okay, now I'm searching for fulfillment. Now I just want like a higher purpose, and I'm doing this because it feels like it's what I'm supposed to do. But that's like a very privileged point to reach in business. Like when you're first starting out, or like even at where I'm at in my business, in my journey, I'm not at a point where I can just like, oh, I just want to do passion projects. I just want to do stuff that makes me feel good and that helps other people. I can see a path to that point, but still like the majority of what is driving me at this point is making more money so I can selfishly do more shit, more cool shit with it. And like, splurge more. And I understand that's selfish. Like a lot of it is a desire of validation from other people and even internally from yourself. You want to feel like the man. I've always wanted to feel like I'm that guy. And I've gone on these pursuits to accomplish that goal. And eventually, you start to get a taste of success, and you realize that like what actually fulfills that desire, what actually gives you the validation that you wanted, is impacting other people. Like that's why I've always felt drawn to content, because it's the sickest thing in the world when I'm out walking on the street in Brickell and somebody comes up to me and they're like, yo bro, your content's really helped me. Like you've really impacted my life, because I remember watching other people that were doing the same thing that I'm doing right now. And I can point to some of their videos as like turning points in my life and just helping me kind of get over these mental barriers that I used to have and become the person that I am now. And if I can do that for somebody else, that's fucking sick. But again, let's remember, the only reason that I'm in that position, that I'm able to talk on camera like this, that I'm able to have anything worth saying, is because I was selfish. Like you can think about nearly any entrepreneur or any person that changes the lives of other people, like even Jeff Bezos, right? I'm sure he didn't start Amazon because he was passionate about books or shipping or whatever. But isn't it sick that your package gets to your house in fucking 4 hours? Like, what the hell? That's literally insane. Or somebody like Kobe. Like, you can see that motherfucker's got some demons. Same with Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan. Like, a bunch of athletes. These people, they are now figures that we talk about that are, like, super impactful and have been super inspiring. But do you think they started because they wanted to inspire the youth and change the world? No, they started because they wanted to make a fuck ton of money. And they enjoyed playing that sport. So when you stop lying to yourself about your own desires and you stop judging yourself for wanting what you want just because you want it, then you can actually use that as motivation to go get it. Again, then you can say, okay, I really want to be able to move out of my parents' crib. I really want to be able to buy this car. I really want to be able to buy my girl extra jewelry. Like, when you're honest about the fact that you are selfish, because that's okay, and most people are just hardwired to be selfish and look out for yourself, then you can go and get the things that you want. And then once you get those things, or in the process of getting those things, you'll have to upgrade yourself as a person, and then you end up doing more good for the world. You're in a position where you can actually help other people. And then you fulfill that desire that you always had, which was the validation thing. Because again, like, once you start to make money and you start to kind of fix the validation issue that you might have, and these insecurities that you have just kind of start to get patched in the pursuit of more money, you realize that, like, literally the best thing that you can do for yourself is help other people. So again, it might even be out of, like, you helping people might even be a selfish desire, but at the end of the day, it's a net positive. I hope I'm making sense here. I gotta run. I love you. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share this with your grandma. Go to the description and subscribe to my newsletter. I'm opening up a community and like a coaching thing that's gonna be absolutely sick. And if you want access to it, you'll only get access in my newsletter. So go there now. Love you. Thank you for watching. God bless. Peace.